some potential change.
Drama report.
Welcome back to Creatures of Sonaria's most controversial commentary channel. Today we're going to be talking about a little announcement made yesterday on the Monday morning towards the community by a COS staff member. So they made this long ass announcement and I've already read it, but I'm going to read it again, go through it and, say my opinions on it as we read through. You can also read it yourself. It's going to be on the screen. But yeah, I'm gonna say my opinions and I'm just gonna say what I think about it unfiltered. So if you feel offended, don't watch it. So they said, "Hey, Monday, my lovelies." It's already a bad start, but whatever. Just wanted to let you all know been keeping an eye on all the feedback regarding satiated changes, and I think I'm just gonna roll back that change to the previous behavior. Wasn't tested thoroughly, and whilst it was a good idea on paper, we get people to want to eat more food more often to reward the survival aspect of the game. It wasn't well thought out, and it just rushed it out without thinking or testing it more thoroughly. There are just some band-aid changes we can do to it, but then we would just be rushing out more changes. So rollbacks is the simplest to do. Alright, so that paragraph alone should tell you the status that Creatures of Sonaria is in. They're rushing out production for the sake of updates and continuity. They're no longer producing updates that, people will enjoy. They're no longer pushing out updates people will find interest in. They're pushing out updates just for the sake of making the game look quote unquote cool or engaging and whatever, right? So they're not even properly testing out things like mechanics like these, which are basically game changers, right? They're not even, they literally just confessed to not properly testing these things out, not properly like working these things out before letting it out, and just letting the players having to go through this massive shithole of a mess. So I'm just saying, if this type of situation is happening, right? And Creatures of Sonaria is just more focused on production of quantity than proper maintenance of quality, then you can't refute the many claims that many people have been saying throughout this entire year that COS is a money hungry company now. Like they used to care, but now they're money hungry. Like this paragraph alone should show you enough like what type of a state they're in. And it's honestly very disappointing. Moving on, they say going forward, I am going to be asking the entire developer team to slow things down a bit and not rush changes out for every Friday. My thoughts are this: we need to get into the habit of delaying things if we aren't 100% happy with them, and making sure you guys have ample notice of what we're working on ahead of time. This paragraph alone as well, I'm sure some people in the development team are also tired of having to work incredibly hard and fast within like a deadline of 1 week. But at the same time, I'm sure and I know for certain that the higher ups, the people who control the company and whatnot, keeps wanting to push out quicker and more updates. Why? Because it's very simple. They're doing this because they want, relevancy. The more updates you get, the more you can change your little icons and advertise more and whatnot and attract new players. So that allows relevancy. Relevancy is good for the algorithm of the game, which means more attention. More attention means more revenue. That's why they have to do this. And in a business perspective, I wouldn't say anything, but to not openly say that they're doing this as a business and keep on acting like it's a passion project and they do all of this just simply out of care and love it's a blatant lie. Because of that lie, I hate COS for it, because you're not being truly honest with your community. You're not slowing things down because like you care enough. You're slowing things down because you're slowly realizing that you're in the shits. I'll get into that for a second, but you're slowing down only because of more revenue reasons, right? And this is a very disappointing to know that to make a community happy, you have to slow things down. We're no longer excited for your update. We don't look at Friday and go, "Oh, I wonder what's gonna change." We look at Friday and go, "Oh my gosh, what has changed?" You know? And moving on to the third paragraph, they say, for those of you interested in some of the underlying reasons why COS operates with such rapid iteration, the reason behind the rushing of every Friday was because of the way production on COS is, perhaps now was previously handled. This is this sentence is such a load of bullshit. I cannot I cannot even like take it seriously. This is such a load of bullshit that they say, oh, previously was handled, blah, blah, blah. Bro, you have made that promise of slowing down and focusing on quality a billion times. This is not the first time you have made this promise over and over again. You keep breaking people's trust over and over again. You keep giving bad updates which ruin our entire impression over and over again. Don't act like you're gonna finally change. Okay, bad habits die hard. And no, it's not just the way of Siwa's production, right? But yeah, let's just keep reading. Because you can easily add or remove entire changes from a Roblox game in development, because Roblox doesn't suitably support the functionality of games like branches or versioning of features. You end up in this everything goes or nothing goes out mentality each Friday. Not everyone does that. Not every successful game also does that. Okay? Like, don't blame this on the mentality of it, right? Just because the game or like the experience of Roblox in and of itself having a sort of like this technical issue or whatever doesn't mean you have to follow along with that mentality, right? You don't have to constantly do this or that because Roblox is not as like fucking. And why are you bringing up technicality issues and blaming it on mentality reasons? I'm. This is such a blatant lie. I've had conversations. Obviously, I can't show them, but I've had conversations, and many of the reasons, and also publicly as well. Many of the reasons you fuckers are doing any of this is because you're trying to regain algorithm. Maybe that's what you meant by everything goes out or not. Maybe that's what you mean. You guys are doing this for algorithm. You're not doing this because of some fucking mentality. You just want to be cash grab. You just want to be on. You want to be the poster child. So yeah, what the fuck? Why are you blaming it on mentality? Maybe greed could be your new mentality. But yeah, moving on. Fuck, I can't even find where I left off. It means we rush things because we are always working on a every week canvas or new stuff. The good news is very recently we have some new methods to handle our own way of doing branches or versioning. This is such loads of bullshit. Like, I mean, come on. You're a big company. You're a decently sized company with a mother company on top of that, looking after a shit ton of communities. You're telling me only now you figured out how to not be money hungry? Are you telling me you just figured it out now? Or do you just choose to do that method now? Are you finally realizing that enough is enough and you're only choosing to do it now? Such a load of bullshit, I tell you. But yeah, let's go. And I have instructed our whole developer team that we need to start using these methods to remove features from production ready builds if we're not happy with the quality of what we're putting out, while it's still leaving things like the new creature or new event ready to ship out. They'll give us more time to test things and more time to announce our intentions in ahead of time to keep you all in the loop. This should have been the, oh my gosh, I have never made a successful game. Okay, I've never made even a proper game, so I shouldn't be speaking on this. But Unfortunately, I know how to manage. I know how to be in a community, and I know how to handle community members and whatnot. So I do have some experience on this part. Sonaria, see, we're staff teams. Come on, you fucking nameless hooligans. This sort of thing where you have to hold on production until you're satisfied with the quality of it and satisfied knowing that your customers or your players are actually going to be satisfied of it should have been a mentality you guys kept since the very start. That's what a passion project does. You don't just push out everything into our mouths. You withhold some content if you think that it's not gonna be good or if you think that we're not gonna like it. And you only take them out when you think we're ready for it. So this type of mentality, this type of quote unquote method should have been and a sort of thing you do since the very start. You're all money hungry and suddenly you're like doing a 260. It's like telling me a billionaire is suddenly donating all of their wealth into the charity or whatever. It doesn't make sense. You came to the top because of your greed and your fucking just rush of the algorithm. And only now, finally, when you're at the top, you'll finally give us the pace, the passion, the compassion, and the love and care in your work. That's only when you're finally gonna give us anything. Only when you're at the top and you've already screwed like half of your fucking old community. Are you insane? Like, what type of method is that? Why didn't you use that type of method to begin with? My gosh, I get it if you were a tiny game, but for like nearly two or 1.5 years now, you are a mega company. You're one of the largest games in Roblox. What the fuck? What? Like, are you underdeveloped? Is the staff team underdeveloped? Like, are they premature? Like, what's happening? Why is this mentality only now? But moving on. We always wanted something for people to enjoy on a Friday. No, you don't. Come on. Fucking just like this is what I hate, the dishonesty. Just say we were money hungry. We wanted more revenue. We wanted to be more in the algorithm. So we did all of this and finally we're realizing that people are getting angry at us and one of our biggest YouTuber has also turned to hating us. So now we're changing our methods so we don't lose more revenue. So just be honest, Fluffy TSG made a video on you guys, and it was fucking solid. It covered many issues, and hundreds of thousands of people have already seen it. Maybe that's why you're finally changing it because a big YouTuber did something about it. You lying pieces of shit. Honestly, so stupid. Just so stupid. You don't care about our enjoyments. If you did, you would have done this meta a while ago. My gosh. But yeah, but with the size we are now, it's time the entire team slow. You're waiting until we grow. See, this is what I mean. You're only finally changing because you're at the top and you don't care about the older players. You don't care about the passion of it. You only care about it because now, even if you slow down, your revenue is gonna still be steady. And it's just so stupid. And I know that it's only because Fluffy TSG called you guys out. This announcement should have been made like 6 months ago. Okay? Not conveniently when only after Fluffy TSG's video on trashing you guys, okay? And I'm very impressed, Fluffy. I thought you were just bootlicking them, but I looked at your channel and I realized you haven't posted for 3 months and you just post that fucking amazing content. So good job on you. Good job. Yeah. Took a oh my gosh, an approach to focus on quality over quantity. This really speaks volumes because you realize that they've always been doing quantity instead of focusing on quality. That shows you the type of people that are running COS, the game we love. It's so stupid. So stupid. And in the end as well, they still had to advertise their fucking game. It's so stupid. I don't know. No, I just think that we could have done better. Like they could have handled this better, but they didn't. They fucking oh my gosh, they're only acting on their interests of their company a little too much. Like I get it, you're a company, you have to focus on it too, but a little too much makes you unbearable. to understand what, like, I can't just look at this announcement and go, oh, they really want change. No, because of your lies in the past, it's just like, oh, okay, maybe they're desperate for people to come back, so now they're acting like they're changing. So stupid. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys have your own opinions on the matter? If you do, tell me in the comments below, and have yourself a lovely day.